The Black Dahlia murder is one of America's most infamous unsolved mysteries, capturing the public's imagination for decades. It revolves around the brutal murder of Elizabeth Short, a young, aspiring actress whose body was found in Los Angeles in 1947. Short was nicknamed the Black Dahlia by the press due to her rumored penchant for wearing black clothes and for the mysterious allure often associated with her. Her murder was particularly gruesome and remains unsolved despite intense investigations and numerous theories. The case continues to fascinate people today, spawning countless books, movies, and additional theories in an enduring quest to uncover the truth behind this haunting mystery. Tonight, JV and Britt take a look from the paranormal perspective at the Black Dahlia murder. All right, so a little bit of a disclaimer here. Now, first of all, Britt's still on his way to the site, but a little bit of a disclaimer here. This is a particularly gruesome and graphic event. If anybody knows anything about the Black Dahlia murder, you know that this thing was disturbing in so many ways. It obviously, any murder is disturbing, but this one was particularly horrific because when her body, Elizabeth Short's body, was found at the location that Britt is headed to now, it was found dismembered. She was cut in half, actually. And she had other parts of her body removed. Her face was deformed, mauled, manipulated. Yeah, what do they call that? They call that something, Britt. What is that?
The Joker.
The Joker smile. I think that's probably a newer invention, but yeah. So the whole thing is really disturbing, and we've been debating on how many pictures to show here, and I think we're going to draw the line at anything that's overly graphic. If you're interested in this story and you haven't seen the pictures, Facebook isn't working, Mary Grace? Okay, that's why we started a little bit early here, because it seems to be sometimes we have these problems. Let's see here. Let us take a peek at what might be going on here with Facebook. It says there's 18 people watching on Facebook. Let me just double check on my phone to see. Yeah, it says we're live on Facebook. We're there. So I'm not sure what the error was, but we're there. Anyway, we decided to draw the line on anything overly graphic, and we won't be showing those, even though we had them ready to go tonight. We've got pictures of them in the morgue, Elizabeth Short in the morgue. We've got very detailed and close-up pictures of her body when it was discovered, and again, it was cut in half, right above her waist, and we're not going to show that stuff. So Britt, how far do you have to go?
Well, it says I'm 3 minutes out, but I'm at Crenshaw and Obama Boulevard, which is bumper-to-bumper traffic in lovely downtown L.A.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm pretty close. But then I still have to get set up.
Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, on the way in from Orange County, there were 2 accidents that really foobarred my travels.
It's Blacktastical. The chat rooms are semi-connected. We're using software now that allows chats to be forwarded from one platform to the other, but not every platform is integrated. Some work, some don't. So if you might see some of the chats from other platforms, or you may not. Lion Dog, you heard rumors that she was a he. Interesting. Audio's low. Okay. Not sure why that would be. We're at our normal audio. Actually, it does look low to me too. Why would that be? I don't know. Let me see here. Let me see. Oh, I bet you it's a Windows thing. Freaking Windows, man. Let's see what Windows has to say. Let's see. I think last time we did this, Windows completely changed we were in the middle of a live investigation. It was at the Randolph County Asylum. And Windows completely decided to change everything on us mid-stream. That was really, really a nightmare scenario. But Windows does that, and anybody who uses Windows understands that Windows does that. Let's take a look at what this says here. For levels, no, that says 100%. I don't know. Let's see what this says for levels. And that says 84. Let's see if this changes anything. Let's go to 95. Did that change the levels at all? Let me know if it did. It doesn't look like it did, but maybe it did. Maybe it did. Maybe it did. Check 1, 2. This will definitely change it. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Why the levels are weird, but anyway, you have it cranked all the way up in your end. All right. Well, is this any better? I turned it up here. Let me know if that's any better. And I'm talking to Trusty Turnip, who's on the Pilled Foxhole platform. Let's see if that's any better there. And how's the audio in other platforms, guys? Is it working on the other platforms? Much better. Okay, much better. All right. Yeah, don't know why it changed. It just decided to change. Britt, it just decided to change on us. What?
Predictable. And, I'm actually parked right next to the address where Elizabeth Short was buried, or dumped, technically.
Oh, wow. So it's very, what I'm seeing is very, very dark, so we can't really see anything. So when you get set up.
I am doing that right now as we speak. I'm dialing the phone in, and I will be online here shortly. Give me a second.
All right. So while Britt's doing that, I just want to go over a couple of other things. First of all, we've got a couple of live investigations coming up. Now, we're doing these roadside investigations, these mini investigations, if you will, kind of on the spot, on the scene, roving investigations. Britt's in his truck, and he's out exploring some notorious spots of murders and other events that might generate some paranormal activity. The events themselves are very notorious. The paranormal activity, we'll see if that comes along with it or not. That's what we're trying to determine. But we have some of our full-scale, full-blown investigations coming up shortly. In fact, in 2 weeks, I think. We will be in Florida. Of all places, we're going to Florida. Getting out of the Northeast where we just got a ton of snow, and now it's raining, so it's a big, sloppy, slushy mess. It's disgusting, actually. So we'll be getting out of here and going to Florida. And we will be, the Cecil Hotel would be great. Cecil Hotel would be terrific. So we'll be investigating an old school, which has now become a municipal office building. And they are reporting a lot of paranormal activity in this building that was a former school. And then we're going to be investigating what is called one of the most haunted restaurants in Florida. That's what we've got coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll be 2 nights at the haunted school, at the old school, and we will be 1 night at the restaurant, just because they only have 1 night they can allow us because of their the days they're open and their prep, and we can't leave our stuff set up. So, but it's be 3 nights of investigating, and we're all headed to Florida to do it. So we're hoping that you'll all join us for these investigations, because as you know, it's your comments in chat, it's your direction, your guidance, your insight, the things that you're actually seeing that we can't see as the broadcast continues, that help guide us through what we're doing there. So we're looking forward to that and hope to see you all. If you're new to the channel, if you're here to check out what we're doing tonight with the Black Dahlia case, please take a moment and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, subscriptions are free. If you're on Facebook, follow us. If you could consider subscribing to us on Facebook, there's a fee for that, but that fee helps us get out into the field and do these investigations. And your support is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. In fact, it's crucial for us to keep doing the investigations. And we've got a lot of great ones planned. This Florida trip will be including our good friend Gina Scarpino. She is a psychic medium out of the Louisville, Kentucky area. She'll be meeting us there. And, of course, Mandy from Ghost Sisters, not Sinners, not Ghost Sinners. That's a very different organization. Ghost Sisters will be joining us. Mandy will be there. So it'll be Mandy, Gina, Britt, and I believe a member or two from the local team there that helped get us access. So we've got a lot of really cool stuff coming up. Again, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe or follow or both. If you want to help fund our efforts, make a contribution to what we're doing, Super Chats is a great way to do it as well. So are, what are they called? Stars in Facebook, and I think it's Pills in Foxhole Pilled. And if you're on Twitch, it is Cheers or Bits. So all of that said, I think we're getting close here. Britt's getting things ready. Still quite dark. Let's see here. He's showing. Why are you showing me or us? What's that about?
I'm trying to figure out what camera. Oh shit! Turn the phone volume.
Okay. So I think everything's working, and that's right, Slacktastical. Please do not forget to hit the like button and the share button. Can't pick on Mandy for Investigator Restaurant now that you have line. You're absolutely right, Diane. I don't think we did pick on her. We just, maybe we did. We pick on Mandy a little bit because she's fun. She takes it in good spirit and she gives it right back. So, all right. I don't know what he's doing. I don't want to get the feedback again. Are we good? Are we safe from feedback here, Britt? Are we good with feedback if I turn you back on? No, we're not. No. So again, Britt has driven about an hour and a half from his home, the comfort of his home tonight. And if anybody knows Britt at this stage in his life, he likes to be home in his underwear, in his lazy boy, watching Family Feud or Jeopardy or whatever the heck he watches at night, and then falling asleep in his chair long enough that he can sit there and then get up at 8 o'clock and go to bed. That's what he prefers to be doing. But he got out of that chair tonight, got dressed, got in his truck, and he's on the road. And he is now at the site of the discovery of Elizabeth Short's body. Elizabeth, of course, the Black Dahlia, the press named her that. And again, I'm going to warn everybody, this is a very graphic and gruesome story. I don't know what we'll get paranormally. It's going to be very interesting to see. But as we talk about what happened to Elizabeth Short, the fact that it's an unsolved murder, and the fact that that her body was discovered and it was severed in half at the waist, and other things were done to mutilate her body and her face, it's just a very, very disturbing story. So it's, again, our warning to you is that it will be a graphic discussion, and we are not going to show any pictures. We had them ready to go, but we decided against showing any of the pictures that cross that line. So anything we show tonight is going to be on the safer side of the line. So how we doing, Britt?
We're getting there.
All right, that doesn't tell me what I need to know. Does that mean you're not ready? I don't know, and I'm hearing myself echo when I put you on. So, let's just talk a little bit about Elizabeth Short while Britt still gets ready. So she was an actress, 22 years old. She was an aspiring actress, hadn't really hit it yet, but was becoming pretty well known within the Hollywood social circles. And she ended up disappearing. She was last seen at the Millennium Biltmore Los Angeles Hotel, and that was 5 days before her body was discovered. And when it was discovered, and this picture here, I just have to tell you, I think this is a reenactment picture that we found, but it does depict how she was found. I do not know, and not even sure, but I don't think she was actually found with a blanket over her. I think that was done for the purposes of this depiction. But when they did find her, they found her severed in half. All of the blood had been drained from her body. There was no blood at the scene, which means she was killed, and all the post-mortem mutilation was done somewhere else. And the murder remains unsolved. Now, this is the most graphic we're going to get with the pictures, just to warn you. It is a really, really difficult case to hear about, to talk about, but it is so incredibly intriguing, especially because they hadn't solved it, and they still haven't solved it. And there were some theories recently about who may or may not have been responsible for the murders. Britt, when you're ready, give me a thumbs up, because oh, you're ready. Okay, well, that's interesting. Are you good?
Test.
Okay, that's better. That's a lot better. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so tell me exactly. You don't have to give me an address if you don't want to, but like, where are you? In the middle of L.A.? Where are you?
I'm on Norton and Adams, roughly. It's like 3922 Norton Avenue, which is the street that she was dumped on. I think I sent you a photo of what it looks like today and what it looked like back when she was dumped.
Yeah, I have a few of those. I'm going to put this one up. Is that the one you sent? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of what I'm looking at now, the top part of it. But that was all open fields back in the day. But there is a photo that has a fire hydrant in it, and I don't think it's in there. I couldn't find it, but this is how I know where we're close, because she was only about 15 feet away from that fire hydrant, and that fire hydrant's right behind me.
Okay, so if we look at this picture, and I'll zoom in a little bit here, you can see a fire hydrant in the bottom left-hand corner of the top picture. See it there? Is that the one?
Yeah. I think so. Yes.
Okay.
So, and there is an overall crime scene one where that same fire hydrant would probably not. Oh, it might be that same fire hydrant, but I don't think so. Is in it. So anyway, I am like right at the spot where she was dumped. It's just now it's homes. So, that is a busy street. I didn't realize how busy this street was going to be.
Okay, so Elizabeth Short, I keep wanting to say Elizabeth Smart. She was the girl that was kidnapped out of her bedroom, right, when she was like 12 or something.
I keep wanting to say Elizabeth Warren.
Elizabeth Short was murdered in 1947, I think was the year. Let me just see if I have this out here.
Yeah, 47.
Brutally murdered on January 15th, 1947. So we were almost at the anniversary of that murder. We are on, the 9th of January, so we're 6 days away from the anniversary. Next Monday would be the anniversary. We should have thought about that when we scheduled this. That would have been interesting.
When is it? How close are we?
It's the 15th. It's the 9th today. The 15th is the anniversary.
Oh, my God, we should have.
Didn't even think about that. Well, we didn't know. But either way, we're here.
On us.
Yeah, we're here already. And maybe we'll do it again. We'll see. But we're here. So she was murdered on January 15th, 1947, 22 years old. Her body was found naked, without any blood, cut in half, also mutilated in other ways. And the perpetrator, although there were suspects, no one was ever charged with the crime, and no one obviously has ever been held responsible for it.
Right. And then the media gave it the name Black Dahlia because of her fondness for that particular, for wearing black clothing a lot. And the film, I guess apparently the Blue Dahlia was released that year. Oh, that shot came out kind of nice. So I point the camera kind of towards where her body would have been found. It's kind of on the right-hand side where the sidewalk is. Looking at the photos, trying to line up, that's about best I could tell. It's right there.
Okay, so as we look at this photo, there's obviously a telephone pole, and there's a tree right before the telephone pole. Give us a perspective based on those two markers where her body would have been found. Is it closer to you or in that shot?
Yeah, it's so you see the tree. So you see the hood of my truck. Then you see the concrete, which is actually a driveway.
Yes.
And then you see grass.
Yes.
So right where that concrete grass area is, probably to the right a little bit.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And neighbor pulled up and parked right next to me, so it'll be interesting to see if they go, "Hey, what are you fucking doing?"
Again, if Britt gets arrested, we want a lot of super chats for that, please. We're going to need to bail him out.
I'm going to need bail money. Yeah. I probably should put my key in the ignition.
Was that for a speedy getaway?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the camera on my hood is magnetic, is on magnetically, so it won't come off. So I should be able to just drive away. Anyway, so the media gave, because the Blue Dahlia was such a big movie at the time, then she gets killed. She wore a lot of black in all the photos. Well, I don't know how they could tell in all the black and whites because it was still black and white back then, but apparently they did. They gave it the Black Dahlia name, and it stuck, and we've been living with it ever since. The other thing that's crazy is her body was found by a lady pushing her newborn in a stroller.
Ugh.
How would you like to come across that? I mean, that would give you PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other interesting thing is that ghost hunters, which I was on that episode, investigated the house that they think that she was actually killed at.
One of the theories,
And-
yeah. Was that, and that was
And other people.
the doctor's home, right?
Right, exactly. He was a dentist.
A
apparently.
dentist, yeah.
A failed surgeon, so he became a dentist. Weird thing is his son is the one that thinks that he did it. Got all the evidence together, but he was well connected at the time with the LAPD, and the LAPD was really corrupt, and the mayor's office was corrupt, and apparently he ran the high life. And according to his story, Elizabeth Short either heard something or saw something she wasn't supposed to see, and had to be dispatched. And
there's
like what we're witnessing today.
There's also a lot of people who draw correlations between her murder and maybe some others that may be connected, and the Jack the Ripper murders of the late 19th century in London. And I don't know that history particularly well, but there are people that make those. Not that it's Jack the Ripper. I'm not saying that, because obviously Jack the Ripper, I doubt he would have still been alive, but that maybe it was a copycat kind of thing.
Right. I mean, it could have been, because I believe at that time wasn't already a book written about Jack the Ripper.
I'm sure there was.
And all,
yeah.
I mean, it was like in regular, but there was also the same kind of murder somewhere in the flyover country. I want to say it was Illinois, Indiana, something like that, where they had the same kind of murder happen, where a woman was dismembered and bled, drained of all her blood and stuff, and that was one of the reasons why this son thought his dad was the one that did it. Oh, who's that?
I have no idea. This was just grabbed off the internet. Somebody standing at the murder site or around the murder site, or not the murder site, excuse me, where the body was found. But I just was trying to illustrate kind of what the homes looked like. And I don't know if this is accurate or not. Again, this is from the internet. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely within this block where we're at for sure, because Norton and Adams was already a street back then. So, we're definitely in the zone for sure. I mean, I think close enough that maybe we can make contact if she's hanging out here.
Yeah, I know. A lot of theories from the paranormal world would say that a place of such great trauma. Now, again, she wasn't murdered here, and she didn't have the mutilations occur there. She was just dumped there after all that was done somewhere else. But you still think of a place that holds that much traumatic energy might harbor some paranormal residue, and whether it's residual or whether it's intelligent or some kind of other kind of energy, I don't know. But it's certainly going to be interesting to do a few experiments here and try with some of our equipment, see if we capture anything.
Right. Well, this time I did remember the recorder.
Yay!
So I have. If we want to do like a burst EVP session just to see and then listen back to it and see if something happens, see if we can get anything.
I want to ask chat what they think we should start with.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What should we start the investigation with tonight? What should we start with? And of course, we got to. The boom box, the ink box. Did you bring the ink box?
Of course I brought the ink box.
Slacktastical, there's your answer. Of course he brought the ink box. Hey, Pam. Hey, Scooter.
It's just recorders I forget.
What'd you say?
It's just recorders I forget.
Because they're small. Because they're small.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But are they giving us any answers where they want to start?
Well, Jeannie says the recorder. I'm having a little difficulty here, and I might seem a little distracted, and I am, because I'm trying to figure out where all the chats are, and I'm having a little trouble doing that.
So it's kind of you're kind of lost at your desk.
Well, a little bit. I'm having trouble finding the Facebook chat, and I'm not sure why.
So what you're saying is we got too much fancy stuff going on.
Well, we have a lot of fancy stuff going on for sure. All right, here now I've got it. All right, there we go. Okay, hey Beth, good to see you. Thanks for joining us, Iowa. It's not creepy at all having Britt sit alone in a car at night with a camera and a recorder. I know that in itself is super creepy.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Yeah.
well, we can start with an EVP burst session.
All right. So, do we want to kind of ask chat what questions they want us to ask right now, so then we can condense them into a little blast?
Yeah. Chat, give us some questions. We'll wait before we start here. Give us some questions that you want us to ask, and then we'll ask them in a series of 2 minutes or so. Once again, this is the exterior view, and the site of the Black Dahlia body, or Elizabeth Short's body, is just before that tree right in the middle there. To the right of that is where we're looking at.
Yeah.
Hey, Lucy, thanks for joining us. Thanks for stopping in. Okay.
Kind of crazy when you think about it that, she hung out with Norma Jean, Marilyn Monroe, and and Elizabeth Short had an untimely, horrific demise. And then Marilyn Monroe was killed by the CIA because of her relationship with JFK. I mean, two women going out in really spectacular ways. I
Okay.
wonder how many more there were.
How do you want to do this? Because you can't see chat.
No, I can't. I mean, the reality is you can just ask the question.
Okay. You can hear me well enough. You can hear me well enough there that if there is a spirit there, they would be able to hear me as well. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, my God, yeah. People across the street can probably hear you right now.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right.
You're going through the car speakers.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna start asking some questions. Yeah, so get it started.
It is firing up. Stand by. This recorder always takes forever to get rolling. Test 1, 2. All right, go for it. Go for it.
Elizabeth, we're here out of respect for you and what you went through, and we are anxious to learn more about your situation, maybe more about what happened to you, maybe more about what's happening to you now. If you can respond, Britt has a device right in front of him with a light on it that may be able to pick up your voice. At least that's what we hope. So we may not be able to hear you in real time, but when we play the device back, we may be able to pick up your voice. That's what we're hoping for. So I'm going to ask some questions. Please do your best to answer. First of all, to verify who might be with us, what's your name? How old are you? Who is responsible for your death? Did you know the person that put your body in this location? Are you safe now? Are you still suffering? Do you have anything else you'd like to say to us?
End recording. Man, you did that right at 2 minutes.
Yeah. See how it is?
All right, so we can play it back?
Okay.
Test 1, 2. All right, go for it. Obviously, we're not listening to me. There's something there. Did you hear that?
It's really, really difficult for us to hear it.
How old are you? Who is responsible for your death? Did you know the person that put your body in this location?
There was something there when you asked about the name.
Interesting.
Are you sick now?
Britt's hooking up another speaker that might give us clearer audio. And also remember that we'll be uploading these sessions, anything we do in a recorded session like this, later for first our subscribers to analyze, listen through, and see what they can come up with. And then for everybody, ultimately, after that, it'll be available for anybody to listen to.
The hell?
Yeah, that's know what's happening there.
Test 1, 2. All right, go for it. Go for it. Elizabeth, we're here out of respect for you and what you've been through. We are anxious to learn more about your situation. Maybe more about what happened.
It's like it's better coming out of this speaker.
Yeah, we really can't hear anything. It's really screechy and squeaky on our end. So, I think the best thing for us to do with that audio is to just upload it later, play it back later, listen to it later, where we can do it.
I just want to listen to this one question.
If you can hear it and tell us what you're hearing.
We may not be able to hear you in real time, but when we play the device back, we may be able to pick
Oh,
up your
nice
voice that
foreshot.
you're hoping for. So I'm going to ask some questions. Please do your best to answer. First of all, to verify who might be with us, what's your name? How old are you? Who is responsible for your death?
You know, I'm not hearing anything now. I think what I was hearing was coming through that speaker.
Yeah.
But there's some shuffly sounds going on in there, and I was trying to be very still. So we'll upload that later, and we'll let everybody, they can hear it themselves. And when I have cans and I can actually hear it better,
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. I don't understand why I won't play through the speaker better, but
Moonchild wants to know what device that is. What recorder is that? Do you know offhand? It's a Sony, right?
it is a says voice recorder. It's a Evster, EVISTR. Model L157.
Okay.
16 gigabyte.
There you go. Okay, so once again, if you're just joining us, we are, Britt is on location. He is parked right at the site that the Black Dahlia murder, the body was discovered. The investigation started. It was January 15th, 1947. We're almost at the anniversary. We're just a week away. Well, today's the 9th, 6 days away from the anniversary of that murder. The murder itself took place somewhere else. Her body was dumped. It was mutilated. It had no blood in it when it was put into this spot, but her body was left there, and it was discovered, as Britt pointed out, by a woman who was walking a baby in a stroller. Is that what you said? Baby in a stroller?
Yeah, that's what they say here in the notes they gave me.
Yeah, and it was along, this is the street as it looked in 1947. There were no houses. Britt's basically parked a little closer than the perspective of this shot was taken, because the body was found right to the right of that group of investigators that's standing there.
All right, so I got the K2 turned on. I got the REM pod turned on. Street is really busy. Elizabeth, or anybody, if you're here with us right now, or you're watching and going, what the hell's going on? All you got to do is come up and touch this little long silver pin thing right here, which is just out of view. Let me put it right there. Oops, sorry. Made that go crazy. All right, so we're going to reset everything. Everything's reset. This little thing, you just got to get close to it, and it makes all kind of funny sounds. This little green light right here, if you try and grab it or wave your hand in front of it, it'll make it change a bunch of different colors. Here, I'll show you. So it'll, all those colors will light up right there, like that, and then you can make contact with us. So if you are here, this is a little more difficult. Can you focus your energy on any of these devices and make them light up, make them activate, so we know that someone has gotten in the truck with me and is ready to talk? Now the temperature thing is, well, and something else is, I got the temperature light flashing, which kind of makes sense, but then I got the other REM pod light flashing. That sound right there?
Yeah.
That's part of the REM pod function. All right. Just take your time and build up that energy and turn it loose. Give it a good whack. Give it a good, just light it up. So something's happening.
Is that a car backing into you? Is that a car backing into you or backing out of a driveway?
Yeah,
what's happening there?
I don't know. This house right here must sell drugs, because there's been like 9 people that have come and gone so far. In and out of it. So this is progressively getting more, whatever you want to call this.
Wow.
And I started the recorder, so we'll have this on recording that we can listen to for info. All right, I just reset the whole thing to quiet it up, because I don't know what that was all about. And no one's seen the K2 go off. I cannot see the K2 lights. So.
We're watching it, and I haven't seen anything on it. Chat, make sure you're watching the K2 as well, because I have to look away every once in a while. Now select
Elizabeth, and we're assuming.
I'm sorry.
Go
Selectastical
ahead.
just pointed out something that we might want to take into consideration. However, we're not getting anything now on the REM pod or the K2, but Selectastical mentioned that the electronics in your vehicle, he said they're stay alive electronics. I don't know necessarily what that means, but I'm assuming that modern vehicles with their computerized systems probably have juice flowing through them doing stuff even when the car's off.
What makes you think I have a modern vehicle?
Well, is it anything after 2000?
It is a 2000.
Okay, well, then it's modern in my book.
I have an old truck. Yeah, that's why I use the zeroing function on the REM pod. So you turn it on, you set it down, you let it get used to what's going, and then you hit the zeroing functions. And so whatever this truck is kicking off, I've zeroed out for that. So if we can get it to go into flux on command or with questions, that'd be amazing. Elizabeth, we're assuming it's you, but there's probably been plenty of people that have died on the street in general. If anybody's in this truck with us, can you make this REM pod go a little crazy? I don't know what this means, but I mean, the energy is changing to where the REM pod's reading it. All right, can you back away from that? Can we make it go quiet? Can you undo the energy and make it go quiet? We just need it to go quiet. I don't know what this means. But we have a recorder going right here. So all you gotta do is leave us a message right here on the recorder. JB asked some questions earlier that came through the speaker at a certain frequency, but I'm going to ask some with my own voice. All right, so I just re-zeroed the temperature. My name is Britt. I don't mean you any disrespect. I just want to have a conversation. Is there any way in this little recorder device right here that's flashing red that you can tell me your name? I don't exactly know how this works, but somehow if you scream into it, when I play it back later, I can hear you. Again, it's hocus pocus, voodoo, magic. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know how it works, but for somehow it just works. Can you tell me how old you are? Who do you know in this neighborhood? Do you get cold at night? Can you tell me your name? What did you see that you weren't supposed to see? If you are Elizabeth, did you have relations with the person that killed you? think there's about to be a fight down the street. Do you hear that?
A little bit.
Can you mute the audio to my phone?
Mute the audio to your phone. I don't know which one that is. You want me to play the audio or
I want you to mute everything too. It's on the hood of my truck and is blasting. I can hear it blasting out to the neighborhood.
Oh, I can't mute the audio being sent to it. I don't think. Let me see.
Oh, because it's in my earbuds. I'm an idiot. So my phone,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I know. Well, welcome to my life. Welcome to my life.
So
I'm thinking I'm trying to be incognito a little bit, and then I can hear like the faint talking, and I'm like, oh, so I have my phone on 10 out there. So everybody's like, what the hell's going on over there?
Thank you, Donna.
Okay, so we'll go ahead.
Before you start doing so, I just want a couple of acknowledgments here. Thank you, Donna, for the kind words about the show. And I want to go back to Maven on Foxhole Pilled. Thank you for contributing the can. That's very much appreciated. There's a lot of folks jumping into the Foxhole Pilled chat that have been fans of shows that Britt and I have done in the past. It's good to see so many familiar names. Thank you for being there, everybody. And, of course, thank you to everybody who's on the PRTV channel on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and Kick and Twitter and everywhere else we're streaming to tonight. So thank you to everybody. All very, very important to us. So, anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Everywhere. Wow. That was painful.
So once again, if you're just joining this stream, we are doing a roadside investigation. Britt is in his truck. He is pulled up to the site where the body of Elizabeth Short was discovered on January 15th, 1947. She's better known as the Black Dahlia. The case is better known as the Black Dahlia murder case. It's unsolved as of today. They still have never charged anybody with the murder, although they did have some suspects. It's notorious for a number of reasons. One, she was an aspiring actress, and it was back in the heyday of Hollywood when there was a lot of this weirdness going on, women showing up dead or disappearing or whatever, and a lot of very powerful, generally men in Hollywood were able to cover things up at times. So it came from that era in Hollywood. Also, when her body was discovered, she had been severely mutilated. She was not only killed and drained of blood, but her body was severed in half right at her midriff at the torso, and other mutilations took place as well, but that's how she was displayed only a few feet from where Britt is parked right now. And we're trying to see if maybe there's some type of paranormal energy there because of what had happened there, what was discovered there, and how horrific it was.
And so far, we really haven't had much except for the REM pod acting a little goofy, but I don't know what we call that. I don't think that's anything paranormal. Should we turn the ink box on?
We absolutely should. Think? Yeah, I'll let Chad answer, but I vote yes. We'll see what Chad says.
And while we're waiting for those answers to roll in, if you want to see my first ever acting debut, Black Dahlia Haunting, you can still see it on video on demand.
I just saw it. I just saw it on where the hell did I see it? Prime? Amazon Prime?
Prime? Yeah, probably.
I think it was available on Prime.
Yeah, Black Dahlia Haunting was the first time I ever acted in a movie when I was on vacation.
Oh, wait a minute. No. I saw House of Manson on Prime. I didn't see Black Dahlia. Maybe it's there too, but I saw House of Manson on Prime.
Yeah, House of Manson I produced. I did a little bit part in that, but that was produced. That was a low-budget production that I produced, period film that, we got it all the way to distribution. It's kind of nice. Wish I would have got paid for it, though. But anyway, the Black Dahlia Haunting. All right, so what has chat rolled in with anything yet?
Chat says yes, use the ink box. Definitely.
I wouldn't even know. You could be lying to me.
Okay, well, I'm not. They actually said that, and
All right. Hello, my little friend. It's been a
Nuts
wow.
going
REM pod's
nuts.
getting a little. Yeah. Wow. Okay. The REM pod's getting excited. So I had the recorder going. It just said Brooklyn Dodgers. Who am I in New York? Man, the REM pod is not happy with the ink box for some reason.
So the turning the ink box on made the REM pod react. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, got all stupid and shit. It's
So-
like I was jealous.
So Iowa Joe just pointed out something very astute, and he's absolutely right. He just mentioned that in 1947, it would have been the Brooklyn Dodgers. It was not the LA Dodgers.
That's a damn good point.
And
And I spit out the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yeah, and you don't know anything about sports, so it's not like you would have thought that. You just
Well,
you just
I know
repeated what
Joe
you heard.
DiMaggio used to, Joe DiMaggio used to kick balls through hoops and shit.
Joe DiMaggio.
All right, so let me get the.
Okay, so Sergeant Peterson's asking how this box works. So if you are familiar with a spirit box or a ghost box, or if you aren't, I'll explain what that is as well. It's basically just it's a simple device that just scans radio frequencies. It scans the spectrum of radio frequencies that our commercial and our public radio stations in the United States broadcast on, or pretty much around the world. In addition to that, it can, as in the case of this ink box, it can scan other frequencies like the shortwave bands. In this particular ink box, there's shortwave 1 and shortwave 2. So it's two different spectrums of the shortwave radio band. And it just scans them. And we have the ability to adjust the speed at which it scans. It's not like your car radio that scans and stops when it hears a station. This just continually moves through the dial. We call it a dial, but through the frequency range. And every once in a while, we'll hear words and sometimes sentences come through. Now, a critic will say, well, yeah, of course you're going to hear that because you're listening to radio stations that have people talking. And that's true. However, what we have found, particularly with the ink box, the circuitry in there, and there's some filtering circuitry, and there's also some like reverb and other things that enhance the voices. What we have found is that these responses seem to correspond to other things that are happening in real time when we're investigating. Not always. And there'll be times when we'll say, oh, that was obviously the evening news, or that was obviously a song, or that was something else. We can tell in a lot of cases when that's happening. But if anybody who has heard some of these sessions before, there's a bunch of people in our chat that have, they know that there are times that things come through that you wouldn't expect to hear on a radio station, and they seem to be either direct answers to things that we're asking, and or they seem to be directly connected to other things that are happening during our investigation. For example, we've had the ink box repeat words that were said by other devices and other things that we were using at the time during an investigation. That seems
and not just random common words. I am the protector, the app said, and then the ink box within a couple seconds said, I am the protector.
Yeah, so that's hard to explain with it's just a radio station, you're just picking up words, because you can't explain it that way. So it's a device that scans the radio frequencies, whether it's AM, FM, shortwave 1 or shortwave 2. It doesn't do them all at the same time. You switch between those. And we get responses from them. So I hope that helps Sergeant Peterson.
So I'm going to turn this up, and you can hear the... That's how fast it's skipping. It's flying over frequencies. So to be able to get a full word or a full sentence out of one frequency spot, highly, I mean, not possible. Can you hear that?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Okay, Elizabeth, if you're here with us, you have to find the frequency. Find the frequency. Has Gina or Mandy tuned in yet?
Mandy was in here. I haven't seen her comment in a while. I'm not sure if she's still here.
I think she was doing an investigation tonight. Okay, so Elizabeth, if you want to talk to us, you got to find the frequency on this device, and then you'll be able to talk to us. You can say whatever you want. So you can hear that. That's how fast it's going. All right, I changed frequency ranges. If anybody's here with me, if you can reach out, you can chat with us. It'd be amazing. We don't mean you any disrespect. We just want to have a conversation.
After the election, but
Okay, you really got to work hard, unfortunately, and really punch through. Who are you?
What's your name? Can you give us some kind of indication that you're here? Say one of our names.
It sounds like it's talking backwards. All we're here to talk to Elizabeth. We want to talk to Elizabeth. Is there any way you can help us talk to Elizabeth? Help her find the frequency? She used to hang out with Norma Jean. No? You can't help her? We got a recorder right here. We got this box that's going. We got the REM pod. So the REM pod is starting to chirp again. Spirit box is not as chatty as it was the other night.
Yeah, there's a significant difference for sure.
Yeah, it's just a lot of gibberish, which I think is just random radio frequencies, but nothing's punching through. I mean, there's nothing. I mean, did anybody in chat hear anything? I really didn't hear anything that.
Chat is always really good at when they hear something to put it right into chat, and nobody has done that yet. So I don't think anybody's hearing anything that's distinguishable.
True. I mean, it's quite honest. I mean, it's literally quite possible. Why would her spirit hang out at the dump site? You know.
Yeah, I mean we often talk about that, and it's the same thing with cemeteries. Why would a spirit stay with its former body instead of a place that maybe brings them more peace or happiness or joy? There are some theories that cemeteries that they can't leave for some reason, but you'd think that that Elizabeth Short, if she had any kind of free will in the afterlife, whatever that is, this would be the last place she'd want to be.
Right, definitely here. I mean, a cemetery I could see hanging out because there was a ceremony there. There was emotions there. There was, grieving and the people, throwing in the trinkets at the last second down the, so I could see that hanging out there.
That's more justifiable than this for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite possible. There's nothing here.
So Sergeant Peterson asked, do we know where the murder occurred? And we don't for sure. Britt was talking about it earlier. There is a house that is not far from where he is right now. Was it called the Snowden House? What was it called? I don't remember.
Sowden.
Yeah, Sowden House.
Sowden House.
Ghost Hunters did an investigation. Yeah, Ghost Hunters did an investigation there that was aired on television, and it is the site of a you said a dentist. It was a medically trained individual who was a suspect in the murder case, and the son of this dentist said that he highly believes that his father was the murderer of the Black Dahlia. Now, I'm not sure what evidence he points to, Britt. Maybe some of the details about that.
Yeah, he had a whole file folder full of stuff and links and connections, and it was pretty interesting. If you want to go watch that episode, I think it was like season 7 or something like that. It was the opening season. What was interesting about that, which they did not air, which they did not cut into the episode for God knows why, but when we were investigating that house, there was a basement area where the thought process was that's where the dismembering and bloodletting happened. We were down there investigating, and I made a comment to the executive producer that we should get a cadaver sniffing dog in here and have him sniff around down here and see if it hits on it, because a cadaver dog will hit years and years and years, like 20 years after. If there's a body buried, it'll hit on it.
You were talking about 50, 60 years after, though. I mean,
yeah, well,
70 years.
Cadaver dogs go a long way.
Yeah.
Especially if there was multiple people there and lots of blood dumped into the ground there, which is what the story was. Well, we were done investigating. The next day, they got a cadaver dog and grabbed Jay and Steve and took them back there to do it, stole my idea. And the cadaver dog hit. the cadaver dog hit on human remains, and that the smells of human remains, death, whatever, in that basement.
Oh, wow.
And then for whatever reason, because the story didn't, the executive producer said, we're not going to put that in. It doesn't go with it. The first tangible possible evidence for the world's most notorious unsolved LAPD homicide in history. They have this, they think she might have been dead here. The cadaver dog hits her. Yeah, we're not going to put that in the episode. And they didn't. But then when we made the uproar after the episode aired, LAPD heard about it. They went back and investigated that basement. They actually grabbed the case file and went back there. The homicide division did. So something happened at that house in that basement for the cadaver dog to hit whatever the cadaver dog, sit down, bark, whatever it did, but it hit on it. So
interesting.
It's not terribly far from here.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I just don't know what the parking's like over there. I could try and drive over.
Yeah,
there.
no, I think we save that for another night. We'll do that at a different time because we've been at this over an hour. So.
We've been here an hour.
Yeah. So do you have you don't have any other devices that we can experiment with at this point? Basically, we've got the, and the
only thing I think we could do is an app, but I don't have anything set up, and my phone is one camera, my iPad's the other camera, so I don't really have anything for the app.
Yeah. Now you can see this is a live shot from the front of Britt's vehicle of the area where the body was found. That's what it looks like now. This is what it looks like almost from the street. This is what it looked like almost from the exact same point in 1947 when they discovered the body of Elizabeth Short. She was laid out in a very provocative fashion. Her body was severed in half at the waist. And parts of her upper torso were mutilated. One of her, I think it was her right breast, had been cut off, and her face had been mutilated. And you called it the Joker smile. Basically, it was slit from ear to ear. From her mouth was slit open.
The corner of her mouth to her ear on each side.
Corner of her mouth to her ear on each side, and that's how she was found, right about where those men are standing in that picture. And again. This is a live shot of what it looks like today.
Yeah. Kind of crazy, huh? Sad that humans do what they do to each other.
It's very crazy. And, when we do these roadside mini investigations, we don't necessarily expect a lot of paranormal activity because, as we just talked about, it would be very hard. It'd be hard to understand why Elizabeth Short's spirit or soul or ghost or whatever would be hanging around this area if she had any ability to avoid it, because it's such a horrific thing. Plus, it wasn't the site of her murder. It was something that was done after she'd already left her body. So we don't know about the paranormal, but we find the stories very, very interesting. Not a lot of people have access to see this stuff. Britt is there. He's in the area. He's able to locate these places and go there. And how many times have you seen a live shot of today's the way the Black Dahlia murder or body dumping site looks today? And here it is. This is live right now. This is what it looks like today. So that's pretty cool in itself.
I can drive the street.
What's that?
Fire up. I can drive the street. We just put the hood camera on.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I think we'll do a little. Maybe we'll do a little bit of that, and then we'll call it a night here. I am going to mute you because the engine noise is loud. So if you need to say something, give me a thumbs up or something in the camera, and I will know that you want to talk. But
I want to talk. I always want to talk.
Mandy, you're confusing me. Oh, his spirit. There you go. Now you answered the question. Okay. You kept saying that you believe the killer is still there, and I didn't know if you meant that still alive, like living in the area. You were picking that up, or if you meant that the spirit of the killer is there because the killer is dead. And I would assume that having committed a murder in 1947, he had to be an adult then, and therefore would most likely not be with us today. So, I mean, it could be. So this is Britt moving down the street, just past the area where the body was actually found.
Yeah, I'm going to go make a U-turn.
Okay. This car right here is probably saying, what the hell was that truck doing there that whole time? He's probably on the phone with the police.
Probably helps if I turn my lights on.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. What street is this again?
Norton.
Norton. Stephanie, we've done a couple of cemeteries in the area, and we intend to do more. Now that we started doing this. And again, these are not replacing our full-blown live investigations. These are adding to it. Must be garbage night. You're right, Slagtastical. I see cans everywhere. Looks like they've already been emptied, though.
Yeah, today was
So have you passed the site again?
Yes.
And now it would be on our left, right?
Yeah, we'd be on our left. So now I'm back down. Now I'm down to Norton and 39.
Okay.
So this side is 39. The other side is Adams.
Okay. Yeah, Trusty, it does sound very cult-like, but it also sounds like somebody had like revenge on their minds or some type of retribution. That the way that she was mutilated sounds like it was seems as though it was very, very personal. Very personal. So it's hard to know. And unless we ever figure out with 100% certainty who the murderer was, we probably won't know the full story.
Yeah, unfortunately. So they do think they know who it was. They just couldn't prove it. It was a highly connected individual with the upper muckety mucks.
Yeah, well, that was the way of Hollywood back in the 30s and 40s for sure.
Yeah, and it really hasn't changed. So this is the lovely LA neighborhood. But, yeah.
Tell you what, with the rain and snow that's coming down in upstate New York right now and how slushy and gross it is outside, and I see these palm trees, I just kind of want to give you the middle finger, kind of, is what I really want to do.
I'm just hoping I'm hoping a homeless person sees my camera on my hood, jumps up and grabs it.
I know. That would suck.
But yeah, this is LA. I mean, we're at Crenshaw in the Coliseum Street. So the Coliseum is real close. It's not the worst neighborhood, but it's not the best neighborhood.
Right.
But with the homeless problem in LA, I mean, all the neighborhoods are somewhat dangerous. You can get killed anywhere in the city right now.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So Edward Janowski just pointed out that the mutilation of the mouth would stop someone from articulating words or screaming for help. So it'd be interesting to know if that was done. And I don't know if they had the technology back then or the understanding back then, but now they certainly can tell whether those wounds were created post-mortem or while she was still alive based on how the blood would flow out of there. So I wonder if there's any of that information, if we know if those wounds were created before she was killed. Thank you, Moonchild, for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks for doing that. So, all right. Well, I think, it was certainly an interesting night. Nothing particularly paranormal or spectacularly paranormal. We still have to go through the audio on the audio recorder, see if we picked up anything there. That's the beauty of EVPs, is that you never know until you listen back with headphones on, so you can really, really pay attention. And and we'll upload that stuff to our subscribers to have an opportunity to help us out and see if we can hear anything in there. But
yeah, I am deep in LA, South Central right now.
Yeah, you probably want to get your phone off the hood.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So Slactastical said, drive by the Cecil Hotel. That's not a place he wants to drive by right now. Isn't that like in the worst neighborhood?
Yeah, let's do it. You want to do it?
Isn't that like in the worst neighborhood?
Oh, it's Skid Row. I mean, it is Skid Row.
Yeah, and you want you really, because you're right. They'll steal your freaking phone right off your hood, won't they?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it and put it on my dash and see how it looks. If it looks okay, I'll go drive Skid Row.
Okay. This has gone from a paranormal show to a let's look at the bowels of LA show.
How does that shot look?
A lot of sky.
Wow, that's not a great shot.
A lot of sky.
All right, hold on. I gotta see what I can do here. How does that look?
That looks good.
Although, you know what my problem is? I don't know how to get. I don't know how to get there, and the phone is
Your GPS.
is my GPS. I mean, how many people are actually watching this shit now?
I don't know. Millions.
I mean, is it worth
Millions.
millions?
Well,
I figured they would sign on.
only one person asked for you to go to the Cecil Hotel, so I don't know. Even if we had 1 million people watching, if all million wanted you to do this, but
I don't even know where I'm.
great. So this
I mean, is
what-
that the thing that people would want us to drive around LA? Because I'll do it, but I need more planning. I need a GPS setup.
Yeah. No, we don't have to do it. I told you. You're the one that said you wanted to do it. I said no. And you said, I'll do it. Remember that? Remember how that went down?
Man, that guy's got a Chevy Caprice with 40-inch rims on it. All right, let's see if I can get my bearings where I'm at. I am...
Yes, Sergeant
I am on the
Peterson.
New Orleans.
Sorry, Sergeant Peterson. The answer is yeah, we are going to be on Foxhole and Pilled regularly with our investigations. Now, we don't, it's not like the Independence Gang where we broadcast every night. This is, we do these sporadically. We do a full-blown live investigation, 1 or 2 a month, and then we do these smaller, more focused investigations a couple of times a month as well, maybe once a week or maybe even more if we can. Matt, thank you for the shades. Appreciate the spirit glasses. Appreciate the contribution. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you, sir. We started out.
That cost.
Go ahead.
I had to put 90. I filled my truck at $90
Jeez.
for half a tank.
That's insane. We started out tonight doing a roadside investigation of the site of the Black Dahlia murder investigation where her body was found, Elizabeth Short's body. Didn't have a whole lot paranormal evidence-wise, but then again, we have some things to review. And now Britt has been talked into doing a drive-by of the Cecil Hotel. So that's where, if he can find it, that's where he's on his way to. He usually uses his phone as a GPS, as we all do. But today his phone is this. This is his camera right here. That's his phone.
Actually, you know what? If I can tell you where I'm at, if someone can give me directions.
Oh my God! There's too much delay. It wouldn't work.
It could be entertaining. Well, you could pull it up.
Oh my God! You want me to do more than I'm already doing?
I mean, you don't have to, but you're going to disappoint the audience. I am at Arlington. Oh, I'm in Jefferson Park. I'm at Arlington and Jefferson Boulevard. I think I got to go to the right.
Okay, so here's the problem. Okay, so I pull this up, Britt, and I just get, I get a map of where the Cecil Hotel is. I have no idea where you are in relation to that dot.
Just put in the map Arlington and Jefferson, and it'll show you where I'm at.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not doing this.
Too much?
It's just too much.
All right. But you know what? We can plan it next time. We can can plan for it next time, because I could go to the Hollywood sign. I could drive down Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
I mean, I live in LA, so I might as well take advantage of it.
Slacktastical wants to know why, when you stopped, you were so far behind the car in front of you.
Well, see that. Okay, obviously, Slacktastical doesn't live in the city, particularly a bad part of the city. So you got to leave enough room so that if shit goes down, you can get out and around.
Yeah.
So the rule of thumb is when you're rolling up to stop, if you can see where the car in front of you's tires are touching the ground, you can spin your wheel hard right or hard left, and you can get out around it without hitting it. If you can't see, it's questionable. You might have to hit the car in front of you. So
I just, I'm trying to read through all this. Matt, thank you so much for the gift of, first it was shades, now it's phone. So this is effing cool. We're going to share it out. Thank you. Then Matt also donated, it looks like a bunch of subscriptions on Pilled Foxhole. Thank you for all of that. That is very, very generous. Thank you for your contribution. Apparently they're loving the Britt drive-through thing going on here.
Oh, God. But you know what? I got to drive right by the Hollywood sign in Hollywood to get out of here.
Yeah.
Now if I can just find the goddamn freeway.
Oh, my God.
Am I? This is horrible. I used to be like a homing pigeon.
I know.
Back in the day. Promise guide.
Yep.
Flip it open. Know exactly where I'm at.
I was the same way, and now I try to remember how I used to do that. So it's like a foreign language now.
Yeah, in my work truck, I actually have a Thomas guide. I could actually pull it out and figure out where I'm going. All right, so I'm going to roll the dice and just make a left here. Oh, I'm on Normandy. Oh, Normandy at Jefferson. This is where the Rodney King riot started.
Oh, really?
So I'm right where the Rodney King riot started right now. I think this is the intersection I think this is the one where Reginald Denny got pulled out of his truck.
Oh, jeez.
And a matter of fact, where's it at? I actually work on a couple buildings in this area. There's actually still some strip malls that are burnt down and have not been rebuilt since that day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I think that's where we're at.
This is how Britt takes a left.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to hit anybody because there's homeless everywhere down here. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. You know what you guys are going to get to experience? An LA alley. I'm turning around.
An LA alley?
Oh yeah, I'm in like apartment row. This is like, do you remember that story a number of years ago? The family that got lost and turned down the wrong thing, and then they shot them up because they were in the wrong alley because of the drug dealers. That's where I'm at right now.
Oh, great.
So this is a tough part of town right here. But these are just working class people just trying to get by. They still put Christmas lights up. They just can't have nice things that are outside of their house because the people will destroy them.
Beth wants you to go through a drive-through and order a 10-piece nuggie.
Okay.
No.
Is that McDonald's?
No, don't. No. I'm not sitting here while you eat a 10-piece nuggie. Telling you that right now.
All right, here's this. This is the hood right here. This is
Jesus.
Although this is I think this is more Hispanic. This is probably the MS-13.
Oh, and that's where you want to be.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? They want me to go for a drive through LA. This is, everybody can watch the nice videos of LA where they polish it and make it look, This is but you still look around. I mean, these people, they have nice homes as best they can. They dress them up. The only problem I have is my truck is so damn long. Oh, there we go. I made that. All right. Now I'm gonna try and find Hollywood Boulevard. But there's yourself a tour of an LA alley in South Central.
That looked like a stoptional right there.
Look like a what?
A stoptional.
Yes, it was. Yeah, yes, very optional.
Boy, this changed. This whole stream changed a lot.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if this is what our hit is.
Yeah. Hey, Scott, to answer your question, a couple times a week, we do a major investigation, a full-blown live stream investigation for several nights, once a month at least. And then we do periodic evidence review shows and then these mini investigations, or in this case, drive through LA to see what we see streams.
I love the 5G technology that allows us to do this.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Okay, I see a freeway. So once I see this freeway, I'll know where I'm at. Once I figure out which freeway this is.
Yeah, Hoss, we've been saying that too. We're trying to keep Britt out of trouble.
Oh, good luck with that. I just don't want to get stabbed, that's all. Stabbing is the worst way to go. I'd rather get shot.
Well, we'd prefer that neither happens, just so you know.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's some people watching that would like to watch it.
Slack, his truck is very long, so it takes a while for him to change lanes, yes.
What?
Slacktastical said you take forever to change lanes.
Okay.
And
I'm being safe.
And I was defending you, saying your truck is very long, so it's a little more of a process.
There you go. All right, now we're at Normandy and Adams. Riot was huge in this area. Matter of fact, that 7-Eleven to the right there that you can see, that's all brand new stuff.
Yeah, looks new.
From the riot,
Scott, to answer your question, we've been in the process of trying to bring Scaricon back for a while. It's a little bit more difficult post-COVID, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. We're actually hoping this year, but no promises.
And I am officially entering Mid-City, LA.
So what's the crossroads here? What are you on? What's this intersection?
Normandy and Adams.
Normandy and Adams. Okay. Sergeant Peterson needs the crossroads. I think Sergeant Peterson's doing the GPS work for you.
Is Sergeant Peterson out of Foxhole?
Yes. Matt, yeah, we did the Black Dahlia mini investigation, roadside investigation to start tonight. And we did that for about an hour. And now this has turned into a travel log show in some fashion.
And I got UPS in front of me now.
Robin Britt does live in the L.A. area, but not in this exact area. He's a little, I think, north of here, Britt? Are you north of this?
South.
Oh, you're south of
Orange
this.
County.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. It could be Peach County for all I care.
Orange County.
Yeah.
It's.
I know what.
They moved and then drove into LA and the traffic got too bad. Ooh, okay, this is a 10 freeway going east. All right, yeah, we're definitely gonna. Okay, I think I know where I'm at now.
Yeah, this is Britt, Grand Theft Auto. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, don't get me started with that. All right, there's the LA skyline.
I don't know what you're complaining about. Traffic doesn't look bad to me.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Okay.
I couldn't do it. I live in a town of 1,000 people with one traffic light in the whole town. Can't do this.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I got to cut to the left.
Robin, this is California. Okay, so Peterson, Sergeant Peterson, turn north, get on the freeway, which you already did. So my passing on that was a little late. Edward says,
I'm headed south.
well, Edward says it's 3.6 miles. Get off Main Street heading north. Cecil Hotel, here we come.
Yeah, I'm getting close to it. Okay, so I'm on the 10 freeway east. I'm crossing the 110 right now. Oh, shit. I'm going to jam this guy into the shoulder. Sorry, dude. Oh, yeah, I know where I'm at now. Remember that big fire we had last month here in LA that shut down the 10 freeway?
Yeah.
It burnt the bridge up? We're about to go over that. All right, I'm crossing the 110 now, coming up to Grand Avenue, for those that are following on MapQuest.
Coming up to Grand Avenue?
Coming up to Convention Center / Grand Avenue. And to your left there, that is the downtown LA. So they're telling me to get off at Main Street from the 10 freeway?
That's what Slacktastical said. Get off on Main Street, heading north, 4 streets away.
Okay. Oh my God, this is so hilarious.
This is...
We're going to get 1 million views, JD!
I don't know about that, but... Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Now, Sergeant Peterson has different directions. Sergeant Peterson said get off on 18th Street. I don't know.
Well, what I see coming up, I have Maple in a half mile, San Pedro in a mile, and Central in a mile and a quarter.
Quarter? Well, since when do you have a New York accent?
I don't know, whenever I'm talking to New Yorkers.
Oh, my God.
So, Sergeant Peterson said what?
Sergeant Peterson said get off on 18th Street.
Okay, and
Slacktastical said Main Street.
Okay, well, I haven't seen either or yet, so...
Okay.
We are going by Deja Vu. That would be a lady's place. All right, so now I have San Pedro Central and now Alameda. Am I getting close?
I don't know. Now Sergeant Peterson says turn left on 16th Street. He can't turn left off the highway, so I don't know what that means. Unless it's a left
He's
exit.
Following somebody else. Hey, you know, well, we're going to get off at Central and cruise the hood.
Slacktastical said San Pedro is too far.
So I need to go the other way. Well, tell him I'm getting off at Central.
You just told him. You just said it.
I thought you could just, I don't know.
I can type it.
Type it in.
He's getting off on Central. There.
I'm going to roll this red.
Oh, don't hit that guy. Don't hit these guys.
Nope.
Jesus. Look at that.
Yeah. It's poor bad.
The fact
so sad.
It's sad and it's we won't get into it now, but it's a tragedy all the way around.
Yep. And there is an answer, but no one wants to solve the problem.
Nope.
Because they make money on the problem. Okay, so now I'm backtracking. We're in the warehouse district of downtown LA.
For just reference, what's the temperature there now?
Why do you think my truck has that?
I thought maybe you just knew. Maybe it was on a sign somewhere, like a bank sign or something. Or
I'll keep my eye out. All right, making a right on Central from the 10 freeway.
He's making a right on Central from the 10 freeway. Sergeant Peterson and Slacktastical, you guys are in charge of navigating, even though you've got him going in two different directions.
I think I'm getting closer, though. This is all coming back to me.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
So it was like
look at that!
this?
Look at that! Look at that!
So it was
look
like
at that!
this?
Look at that!
Somebody's having too much fun. I'm now passing Pico Avenue.
I tell you what, it all looks exactly the same. Every street you've been on looks exactly like every other street you've been on.
Really?
To me, it does.
Well, I assure you they've been different.
I'm sure they have been, but there's just they look all identical.
All right, I'm going to make a left on Olympic Boulevard.
Okay. Ooh, the porta potty.
Yeah, they put those out for the homeless.
I guess it beats having that on that stuff just flowing down the street.
Yeah.
Good point, Mary Grace. When he's driving, he doesn't say whatnot. He can't concentrate on both.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
So it was like
look at
this?
that! Look at that! Look at that!
So it was like
look at
this?
That! Look at that!
Cecil is north, according to Sergeant Peterson. You're going the wrong way.
I am going north.
Okay. Just telling you. Don't shoot the messenger.
All right, I'm at Olympic and Central. I'm turning left onto Olympic from Central.
You're at Olympic and Central, turning left on Olympic.
Yeah, going, I'm assuming this is northeast. Oh, I'm in the fashion district now. Okay, so now we're in the fashion district. So I'm definitely getting closer. Oh, yeah. I feel like I'm getting real close. All right, I'm going to turn right on Glads Avenue.
According to Slack, you're only 6 minutes away. Away from what? I don't know. Disaster, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, this street's really clean. Wow. Oh, yeah. In denim we trust. Pacific Blue Denims. Yeah, I'm on the outskirts of Skid Row. All right, now I'm at Stanford and 8th.
Turn left on 7th, then right on Main, according to Slack.
Okay.
I see 8th. Is 7th next, or did you already pass 7th?
I'm on 8th, so I probably need to go to the right again. I'm on 8th, coming up to town.
Then you got to, if 8th should also intersect with Main, shouldn't it?
Oh, maybe.
Aren't they parallel?
You would think.
Mary Grace.
Although I'm also wondering if Slack is just throwing words out.
Just to make you drive in circles? Maybe. Mary Grace, to answer your question, does he ever not feel lost? That's the bigger question.
I'm at San Pedro now.
All right, Sergeant Peterson said can't offer any more suggestions because done driving because I've had a few. So can't drunk drive. On the left side, you see someone walking through. What? What? Walking through what? What are we talking about?
Oh, there's a
Philomena?
florist that's open. There's 2 florists that are open, man. They're open late. Yeah, I might get home and Gretchen's going to go, so how'd the investigation go? I drove around downtown LA all night. In a truck that gets 9 miles to the gallon.
Maine does cross, according to Asti Ball, Maine crosses 8th. So are you still on 8th?
I'm still on 8th, crossing San Pedro.
Crossing San Pedro. So you should see Maine up here somewhere, I guess. Of course, the construction will probably screw it all up.
Yeah. But do I go right or left when I get to Maine?
Slack Tastical says go right on any street to get to 7th. But I don't know. Now Slack Tastical says yes. So I don't know what the yes is to, but. All right, so Britt took a right here.
Man, these roads are so freaking easy to drive when it's the middle of the night.
It's not even the middle of the night. It's only 7:46 for you.
Uh-oh, there's the fire department. All right, I'm at 7th Street.
Turn left on 7th and then right on Main.
All right, made a left on 7th. Oh, there's a fire department right there. That's what's going on. I'm at Wall. Wall and 7th.
Apparently, after you take the right on Main, I guess the Cecil will be a half a block down on the right.
Okay. Oh my God. Well, this is a hell of an investigation.
Yeah, it's the most unique one I've ever been involved in. 3 blocks more, according to Select Tastical.
All right, and Sergeant Peterson is drunk and can't operate.
Yeah, Sergeant
anymore.
Peterson's been drinking, can't drive anymore, so he gave up the wheel.
All right.
I'm glad you're having fun, Beth. It is kind of fun. You never know what you're going to see or run into, or what Britt's going to run into with his truck.
Hey. I can't afford to wreck any more vehicles. All right, I'm coming up to Los Angeles Street.
More people watching than on before. This has got people captivated, Mary Grace. Is that what you're saying?
That's true. Oh, Main Street. I hit Main Street. So I'm going right, correct?
Yeah, I believe that was the instruction. And about a half a block up on your right.
Oh, yeah. We're getting close. I can feel it.
So what are we going to do once you go by it? We just want say you went by it, and that's the.
I don't know. I'll point the camera at it. I'll see if I can find a place to park. You know, it's funny. This area they're really trying to re-gentrify, so it's really a clash of communities down here right now. All right, so I'm at 6th and Main.
You passed it then, I think, right?
Did I?
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna turn left here.
Nachos.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I'm so close I can't see the signs on the building.
Yeah.
That guy's having fun.
Yeah, you passed it according to Slack.
All right, I'm gonna double back. All right, now I'm on Los Angeles Street making a right. Making sure it's not a one-way street. It's not. Guy in the street, I almost ran over.
Ran over?
Ran over. Almost ran over.
So the Cecil Hotel, if you haven't seen,
Found it.
You did?
I found it. I'm gonna. What am I gonna do here? I'm gonna make a right, and then a left. Can I make a right here? Yes, I can.
So what was the name of the documentary? I think it was just called The Hotel Cecil or something like that, and it was about the girl.
See that DTLA right there?
Yeah.
That is the side of the Cecil Hotel.
Oh, okay.
So let me try and get in this alley without getting killed. Oh, this might be a dead end. That's all right. I can drive in reverse pretty good. Oh, look at the rats!
Serious?
God damn!
Rats, really?
Those are huge! See that guy right there? Right in the middle of the alley?
The guy with the white whatever on him?
You see him?
Is he lying down? Where? I don't see him.
No, it's a rat.
Oh, a rat.
He's moving. A rat. All right, that's the Cecil Hotel right there. You guys are getting it up close.
Go up, point up to the top again.
Okay.
Is that white area, is that used to say Hotel Cecil? I can see letters, but I can't quite tell. To the right of the DTLAs. See it?
Yeah. Yes.
It did say Hotel Cecil?
It says Hotel Cecil.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, here, listen to the downtown LA. No, I guess we can't do that. All right, and then there's the backside of the Cecil Hotel.
So anyway, this is another pretty cool spot because of the strange case of the girl, I don't remember her name, who went to the roof, or either went to the roof or was taken to the roof and put into the water tank and died.
Yeah. Okay, so how the fuck am I going to get out of here?
Well, I seem to remember, and I could play it back for you if you want me to, you saying you can drive in reverse really, really well. That seems to be your only option.
Yeah, because I ain't flipping it. All right, does anybody want anything else from the Cecil Hotel? There's the Cecil, your last look.
Wow.
Straight up, there's the fire escape.
So it's no longer the Cecil Hotel, right?
Well, so it's still the Cecil Hotel, but every other floor is a different. There's two hotels. On one side, it's the Cecil. On the other side, it's some fancy name that they're Airbnb, which is getting these students to come to it, and then they realize they're in Skid Row.
Oh, wow.
But like every other floor, they took a section of floors and remodeled into this other hotel. And then the other part is the Cecil Hotel, which has all the vagrants and shit living in it.
Oh, jeez.
And a lot of people have been killed in this building.
Wow. So DJ says that Elisa Lamb was her name. That was the name of the girl. And if you've not seen the video footage, we should probably do a program on it sometime instead of sending people away and showing the video footage of her.
Yeah, and then I'll come down here. Maybe we can come down here. I'll fucking park in this alley again.
Yeah.
And do an investigation until we get ran out.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. We should put that on the calendar. And you're right, Slack. People started saying that the water was tasting funny, and then they found her decomposing body in the water tank. Whole thing is just really, really bizarre. And the thing that makes it most bizarre is her behavior before she got to the roof, what she was doing in the elevator. A lot of weird stuff, as though she was being followed.
Yeah. I think she had issues, didn't she?
She had mental health issues. She was taking medication for it, and I think she stopped taking the medication. The common belief is that she, it wasn't anything nefarious. She just was hallucinating or something, and for some reason decided to hide or go into the water tank and couldn't get out once she got in there.
Yeah. All right. Are we done for the night?
I think we are. Yeah, I think, and I don't think now we're 2 hours in. I don't think we'll do any more tours of LA tonight. But man, this has opened up a whole nother list of opportunities or possibilities. So yeah. That documentary, I think it's on Netflix, about the Cecil Hotel, and it talks about that story. It's pretty cool. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it.
Here's a guy taking a poop.
Oh, that's not. Oh, wait, you got that on the screen?
Yeah, he's taking a
Oh,
poop.
jeez.
Welcome to LA.
God.
Oh, I gotta drive.
Well, there you go. You don't see that on every stream. You don't see that on every paranormal stream.
So sad
Yeah.
and so fixable.
Yeah, it's the poop cam. Exactly. Oh, man.
All right, making a left on Spring Street from
All right.
7th for those that are playing along.
Yeah, it is real LA for sure. All right, listen, I think we're gonna call for tonight, everybody. You guys have been great, and again, we started the night at the Elizabeth Short, the site where her body was found, the Black Dahlia murder, and we didn't really get anything paranormal. There's very little going on in that respect, although we haven't listened back to the audio recording yet. We may find something there, and we will post that for our subscribers to go through before we post it for everybody to listen to. But it was still an interesting visit to that site because it's such a notorious site in the LA, Hollywood area. And then we just took a detour, and Britt drove all the way down to downtown LA to show us the Cecil Hotel. That was unexpected, but it was pretty cool in itself as well. Everybody's thanking you from chat for doing that, Britt.
Anytime.
So we've got a couple other things in the works. I'll remind you that we've got a full-blown live investigation from Florida. Britt is flying from sunny California to sunny Florida. I'm flying from snow and slushy upstate New York to Florida. Actually, I'm not flying. I'm driving because I have to bring all the gear. And we're going to be doing 3 nights of investigations at 2 different places from Florida, from Fellsmere, Florida. We'll be with the Ghost Sisters, or at least Mandy from the Ghost Sisters, and Gina Scarpino, who had joined us at our Indiana investigations at the Randolph and the Blackford County Jail. She's terrific, and we're excited to have her joining us again. So that will be, oh, darn it, what are the dates on that? 27th, 28th, and 29th of January. Those 3 nights, live, full-blown investigation.
Fun times.
So if you're new to the channel on any of the platforms, please follow or subscribe, depending on what the individual platform asks you to do, so that you're part of our family. And if you could see fit, any type of contribution in the form of a subscription, super chat, cheer, bit, star, whatever it is on the platform, pills, cans, shades, all those things is very much appreciated, because the live investigations that we do are very, very expensive. We love doing them, but anything you can do to help is we're grateful for. So thank you in advance for that. No, you guys are the rock stars. Lucy, thank you for the compliments, and thank you for being here. If we ever get to Charleston, Hoss, that'd be great. Love to do that. Cool. And Charlotte as well, Scott. Yeah, that's great. Listen, everybody, have a great night. Britt's got to drive home safely, and we all know what a challenge that is. So with that, we'll call it a night, and we'll see everybody next time. Cheers.